Men of Reddit, what's the biggest time a Barbie a red flag? Over the winter, I worked with a girl who would say to everyone, "Girls hate me because I'm cute and steal their boyfriends." I tried to avoid her after that. Girls hate you because you're a... Don't worry, they'll tell you they're a princess. I'm high maintenance, enjoy the finer things in life. Stepson had a girlfriend who was pissed because he didn't buy her a 1-week anniversary gift. Run dude, run. Edit. I have too many replies to answer individually, so here goes. They're pretty young, not 12 though. She didn't get him anything. Girl was nuts. Would call him over and over. If he didn't answer, she would text him 8 million times. Luckily, he has since moved with me. New school and different city altogether, which is good because they dated like 4 times over the year. She would break up with him and then want him back. I'm a woman, but I've noticed women who are obsessed with Marilyn Monroe usually are terrible in a variety of ways. I'm not like the rest. I hate drama. I'm not like most girls. Had a girl recently say this: "I'm a super nice and loyal girl. Unless you piss me off, then I'll become a psycho." I think that one is a pretty big red flag. If someone uses the distinction "unless you piss me off," it always means everything pisses them off. Spelled your name wrong in Starbucks, psycho time. Sold out of Gucci handbags, psycho time. Forgot which way a clock turns, psycho time. Horses, you'll always be third in line with the horse girl, behind her animals and her daddy's money. Fourth, forgot her horse owning friends. Fifth, don't forget all the horse shows she has to show at. If her dad is acting really interested in your vibes, your vast tracts of land, punishing you, silent treatment, etc. in public, especially in front of friends. Yep, also scolding you or embarrassing you in front of her or your friends. Bet you can handle me. Dating you shouldn't be a challenge. Get out of here with that. The only proper response is you win that bet and walk away. Girls are too much drama, that's why I only have girlfriends. I hate drama, princess who proceeds to cause all sorts of drama. After going out a few times, woman, man, I've gone so overboard spending lately. Hey, can you take care of my credit card debt for me? Me, silent, looking at her oddly, trying to decide if this is a bad job. Woman, I mean, you could be a sugar daddy, couldn't you? Me, no, I'm not that old yet, nor wealthy, and I wouldn't be even if I were. Woman, you don't want to be my sugar daddy? That was the end of that relationship. Any girl who blames their attitude actions on their zodiac sign. I don't care if you are Taurus Lexi, you are being a Edit. Probably should have clarified that I'm a woman. That's so Gemini of you, typical. Wanna beat the shit out of a bunch of turtles, mushrooms, ghosts, and a dinosaur just to find out from your friend that your ass is in another castle. Usually having princess written across the rear of their pink sweatpants is a dead giveaway. Constantly taking out her cell phone while talking to you, interrupting you, doesn't stop talking about herself. Till one of my guy friends is a princess. I'm gonna start calling him that. Was seeing a girl for a few months and I gave her something on Valentine's Day that read, "Be my Valentine," or some other variation. She responded with, "That's sweet, but my daddy will always be my Valentine." She was in her second semester of law school and in her mid-20s, so that whole "my daddy is the best man in the world" thing was off-putting. She ended up being high maintenance and unpredictable. Bad combination. Wow, super cute as a child, super cringy as a young adult. Birds landing on their fingers as they sing. I can't help but imagine birds with fingers right now. I'm frightened. Refusing to do something on the grounds that she's too good for it. Not taking out the garbage, cleaning a bathtub, whatever. Nobody's too good to be humble and helpful. Anyone who thinks there is a... One of my best friends had a girlfriend once say she likes to have nicer things than other people, but doesn't want to work, so he needs to have a good job. Same girl also said she should come before family and God, I'm not religious, but that's still pretty nice for people who are, which they were. I have expensive taste. Nah, you have no taste. You only know what numbers are. Let me call my daddy. My daddy will fix my car. My daddy paid my speeding tickets, etc. Way more focused on self than others, with a general disconnect to reality or what's going on in the immediate area around them. Always late herself while constantly being impatient with others not working on her time frame. If her behavior and personality correspond to Taylor Swift song lyrics. Seriously had a coworker tell me, I don't know how you can wear clothes from Target, I only shop at Nordstrom. She's the definition of a princess. When her mother says boys just flock around her like bees around honey, she agrees with a big smile. Respect for her brother responding with, you mean like flies around shit? My wife's maiden name was King. She maintains she is a princess by definition. Can't argue with her logic. I was dating this girl that absolutely loved KFC's fried chicken. While she was in the shower one time, I decided to run to KFC and surprise her with a quick little meal. I did not get mashed potatoes, never really cared for their take on mashed taters. She threw me out upon finding out there were no mashed potatoes. Threw me out. Idolizes the Kardashians, selfies for days, says you can handle them, only puts their Insta handle on their Bumble profile, drives drunk because they believe they're invincible, have had a friend who totaled her car while drunk driving and still drinks until she's blackout drunk and says she won't stop when she gets a new car because nothing too bad happened to her. Expects to be spoiled at all times, makes that face and tilts their head while trying to look cute for their Snapchat stories. Expects gifts for every small occasion or tiny argument. Is one of those little whiny dogs and dresses them up. Has an Instagram of their pet and gets mad if you don't follow them. Takes a million selfies until they get that one special shot right. Complains about their likes on Facebook Insta posts. Worries about their followers following ratio on Instagram. Won't let you see them without makeup. Puts on makeup to go to the gym. Takes a million selfies in front of the mirror at the gym. This counts for guys too. Dates older men for their money and shows off all of their newly acquired diamonds, vacations, fake lips to the world and acts like they've earned it. Counsels you by talking about their own problems. Is there for you during the rough times by being on Facebook the whole time and isn't interested in a thing you have to say, but you better be there for them when they need you or else. Really liked this girl in high school. She literally took my breath away. I thought she was so beautiful. We had a good rap art in class and I thought I had a decent chance, so I worked my ass off for 2 months straight doing odd jobs in order to save up enough money to take her on a proper date. My mom was a single parent barely making ends meet and I was 15 at the time, so I couldn't get a real job. Once I had saved up enough money, my plan was to take her to see this movie she said she'd been wanting to see, some horrible thing that had Sandra Bullock and Bill and Paxton Pullman in it. While you were sleeping maybe? I don't really remember, it was a long time ago. Anyway, after the movie, I was going to take her to this local restaurant called Gilbert's. It was the nicest place in town. Tiffany lamps over all the tables, nude paintings on the wall. No way you were getting out of there with less than a $50 bill, and this was back in the late 80s, early 90s. Date night rolls around and I go to pick her up and two of her female friends are coming along for the ride. I hadn't been apprised of this, but whatever. I was pretty easy going back then, so I rolled with it. We got to the movie theater and they don't have any money, so I'm paying for all four of us. The two tag-alongs both wanted popcorn and drinks, and I must have gotten a look on my face because the girl of my dreams gave me a semi-playful rebuke like, what, they can't have popcorn? Come on. So I gave, wincing as every dollar relieves my quickly dwindling date fund. I had enough extra that we would both still be able to go eat at Gilbert's as long as I was careful with my purchase. I had to forego popcorn and drink of my own, but it wasn't a big deal. The movie ends and I explain that dinner really needs to be just the two of us, and she basically tells me that's not happening. As a result, we end up having to go to this greasy spoon little dive in a strip mall. At this point, the comments about what a cheap date I'm start to get dropped in conversation in front of me. I had to sit there and listen to how horrible the food is, and how if I had really wanted to impress her, I should have taken her somewhere nice. All three of them are sitting on one side of the booth and I'm sitting on the other, so it's like a criminal of shame. I'm trying to just laugh it off, but I could feel my face flushing. I didn't say anything about the unexpected extra people I'm paying for. I just smile and say, maybe next time. Then they start talking about how bad the movie was, and it really was awful. And suddenly the idea to go see that particular movie has become mine, even though she'd been wanted to see it for weeks. And now I'm listening to how wrong everything is at the restaurant we're eating at. The food is shitty. The silverware is dirty, the floor hasn't been swept in days, it smells like onions and old people, etc, etc. I gotta be honest, by the end of the night I was struggling to hold back tears. I was ashamed, but even more, I was angry. This girl had no idea how hard I had worked in order to treat her to a nice date, and how her thoughtlessness had made that date impossible to realize. I realized how vapid and shallow she was. She and both of her friends, zero consideration for how hard I had worked, and even less for how I had planned the evening to go. But she taught me a valuable lesson that night. People who complain about things given to them for free are virtually the worst people in existence. And as far as I'm concerned, they can all go in a fire. Same for people who show no consideration for the feelings and expectation of others. Both are huge red flags. Basically, it comes down to self-absorbed inconsideration. The hallmarks of a princess, if I ever saw one. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to watch other videos.